Come on, Dougie. Give me the good stuff. Give me the good stuff. I'm ready.
Sure one about the girl from Nantucket? Heck. What was the biggest challenge of this golf course? Feels like a hard one.
The fairways are narrow. Wind is tricky. The wind's really tricky around here because you get down in these swells and down the bottom of the hills, and it can kind of go one way off the tee and a completely opposite way on the green just because of the way it's kind of swirling down and trying to get low. So I would say that's number one, and fairways being very narrow, it's number two. Would you have been happy with 67 at the start, or is it frustrating given the way you started? And both.
Okay.
I felt like I could have. I felt being 600 through 10. I felt like I could really crank it up, but I'm lucky to make bogey on 2. Really, had good looks on 3 and 4, and then 3-putted 5 from what I felt like was a decent position, and parred my way in. And pars are never bad scores around here, but bogeys are birdies. Birdies are good, so I just didn't make any birdies the last 8 holes. Didn't capitalize on a few good shots, and hit a couple poor ones.
You 3-putted 5, the par 5? Mm-hmm. I'm afraid to ask because it sounds like a bad memory, but was it a 60-footer?
Well, I hit a great drive and was going for it in 2, and kind of had to draw it a little bit because I thought the wind was off the left, and I just didn't turn it over enough and went in the short bunker, hit a great bunker shot, landed right on the collar, and just kicked it really far. I mean, it probably would have been 10 to 15 feet if it hadn't landed exactly where it landed, 6 inches short or long, which gave me probably 40 something, I don't know, 40, 50 feet, and hit it too hard and then hit it left.
As it happens. Sorry.
It is. This golf course is very demanding tee to green. Greens are small too, so you're going to have some short chances, but they got some undulation and speed, so if you leave yourself in the right place, you can make a lot of putts, but, I mean, you get out of position here and you're struggling to make par.
I don't see too many guys bogey-free out there, for sure.
No.
Did you feel there was an opportunity this morning going out early? You don't know what kind of chaos tomorrow will bring with the weather.
It was definitely the greens were very receptive, and the greens were rolling very well this morning, just because there wasn't many spike marks on it. No, there's not that many people out in front of me on the front, and I could feel like I could take it at the flag because the ball wasn't going to get away from me. Once I did, I did that very well, and then felt like I wasn't hitting the fairway as much on the front nine, which when you're out of position, you can't do that. You can't take it at the flags.
We were talking about this yesterday. Have you ever been to a tournament, a PGA Tour event, where, weather aside, you knew the round wasn't going to get a finish that day? Because there were 155 guys in the field, and the last tee time was like 3 o'clock.
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know if I've ever been in the position where I teed off without weather thinking that I wasn't going to finish. I remember in Phoenix, my rookie year, we were the last group to finish. We putted out in the dark, and there was maybe a group or two behind us, and that wasn't had to do with weather. That just had daylight. So that's the only really memory I have of that.
Do you like what they've done for the next few weeks to expand the fields, just to give, make sure guys are getting starts?
I haven't really thought about it. There's just so much going on right now, and field sizes and who's qualified and who's not, that as much as we want to be able to have an opinion or control that, it's more of right now, mid-season playing, like just, I know what tournaments I'm in, and I'm going to try to play the best I can in those tournaments. I can see how those guys are in a really different boat. I mean, when I was a rookie, I didn't get into this tournament. I don't think I know I didn't get into this tournament as a rookie just because of the fields. So, they didn't do it then; they're doing it now. But these guys are getting, it's just it's tough, right? I remember I didn't get in. I made the cut in every West Coast event, and I think I got in maybe one Florida event as a rookie, and I was an alternate and got in on the last day or something. So, I mean, I feel for the guys. I was there.
Are you kind of on that note? Are you pretty good at ignoring mindless questions about stuff you don't want to think about?
I would like to think I think about them when I'm asked a question, and by the time I get off, I don't think about them anymore.
I'm done.